Welcome to another segment of Local Legends. And today I got a special guest artist, Legacy. How are you today?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I'm straight.
Fun fact, painting up there on the wall. What was growing up like for you?
I mean, pretty regular. I'm from Hampton, so not a lot of people really come from there. Growing up, my mom, my dad, but it just became me and my mom at one point. So I just been living like that for all. I've always been into art since I was a kid, but my parents they were trying to steer me away from it for real. Like my mom, she was a big person about math because I was such a good person in math. Like I aced everything, but she was trying to steer me away from it. But I always knew like that's not my role. I always wanted to do art. Never took art classes. Never. Like I was in an art program, but that got shut down in my city because it was like the funding. They took a lot of funding from art programs, music programs.
Just to put it to the football team that's always losing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or just put it into more of the science based or STEM, really. But other than that, I played pretty good as a childhood. Nothing too major. Just been putting my focus in school, band, do art on the side like a hobby until I got to college for real.
But the heart wants what the heart wants. So during that time when you said they were pushing you away, what kept you in it?
I say more so like my dad. My dad, like, he was like, you can do that. You can probably do this. Because sometimes, even if it wasn't like drawing, I can just easily craft something up. Like if I wanted to build a bouquet for somebody's birthday or something, I can probably figure it out and make it really nice looking and be like, you probably can do that, for some money or something like that. But honestly, I just like to make stuff because I think it's cool or it's just how I feel in the moment. Yeah, so that's how really, like my dad, he really kept me going. And then my family, my friends who noticed that I was drawing sometimes, it was like, oh, you really know how to draw? I'm like, yeah, but I don't show everybody.
Was your dad an artist?
No, my dad was more so like, my family on the, like, my father's side of the Jamaican side of the family, so we always was been, like, in music, and so it was like everyone in the family picked certain paths, and they stick to that path, and then they just dominated that path. So, like, my dad is like, if you really was into art, you really into this, or you really into that, put some time into it and see where you go, basically.
You talked about sketching. How did you learn how to sketch, and when did you start becoming a sketch artist at one point?
Basically, I guess I was always fascinated by how people can just draw just looking at things. And so when I was younger, I always would like look at certain, like if I wanted to look at a pencil, I want to draw a pencil, I just draw a pencil from eyes. Just trying to train my eyes really how to like draw. Or even like cartoons. Like I just watch cartoons and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna draw this real quick. See if I can do it. If not, then I keep trying until I feel like it look close enough. So I think pretty much that's how I started really sketching and drawing. But and then what's it called? I really didn't even like drawing characters at first when I first started. Like I really like doing graffiti art because I was so interested in lettering because my family's from New Jersey. And so when you go around the city, all you see on the wall sometimes is just straight graffiti. And it always interests me how someone can make words look unrecognizable, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
So I always like pick up pencil and then get markers and try to make it look like something. So I was interested in graffiti at first. For real.
Have you ever spray painted before?
Nah, it was never allowed. Like, never got to that point. Like, all I did was, like, Sharpies. I remember my mom, she used to buy me Sharpies, like, 50 packs. And then like I have a binder at home that I did when I was in middle school, and I did a graffiti character, did some lettering, just made it all look like this is my binder. Like, you know, the 5 tracked it with the zipper. Yeah, I like drew on that and so.
That's very good. You know, I always wish I could draw. Like, you know, I feel like people who can draw, they so special and unique. Like, you see somebody, you know, it's just, I don't know what it's called, but you know the painting with somebody ass naked and then somebody got to try to paint them.
Oh, you talking about like life painting and stuff like that? It's not as cracked up to be, y'all. Like, no.
Have y'all life paint before?
Life paint, never life paint, but I like draw like people like naked people. Like
in real life, like
yeah,
ass naked people.
It's a class. Yes, it's a class at industry
where people are ass naked.
It's not people. It's just a lady, but she's not. She don't got body for real. So I never really liked drawing her for real. It's because when you draw people, especially like their whole body form, and they like are shaped differently, because everyone is different, it's hard to try to like draw from where you want to like draw. Like I want to draw my body type before I draw somebody else's body type. So in when you draw it, you're like, oh wait, she's different. Like I can't just go curve like here. I have to do it a little different. Like
I gotta ask, was she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lord.
Like, and that's not even a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not the thing. Like she was pretty cool. Like she, you know, she can stand for a long time. I say that because one time she had stand there for an hour straight.
Wow, and I never knew this class existed.
Yeah, like in art, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. But you know, with your art, you know, I know you have anxiety. You know, we kind of talked about that off camera. Mm-hmm. Do they ever like coincide with each other?
Yeah, it do. Like it's not really more so like with art. It's more so as the person. Like as an artist, like if you got stuff going on in your life, you just feel like you just want to give up. You don't want to do nothing, and because you don't want to put out a bad product because you're not in the right mindset to work correctly. Like as a normal, like if I wanted to make something and I'm in a good headspace, I'm work phenomenal, like best work out of everything. But if I go into my artwork or go in any work I do and I'm not in the mood, like drained, I know my product is just going to be bad. And I had a few times where I was like, man, like I could have did so much better if I, you know, had the time or I was in the right mindset. But instead, I just said I don't care anymore. It's not me. So it do affect like the person who's trying to make it. But for real, sometimes you just gotta push through. So when you push through in the end, it all be worth it. Because sometimes when I be painting or sometimes when I do work, it feels like it's so hard on you, but at the end of the day, it's not. Like, after you finally get through the whole process, you're going to sit back and be like, wow, I really made that. Like, I finally accomplished this after feeling like I struggled through the whole time. But it was all worth it in the end.
That's good.
You still made somebody happy, you know.
That's good. What was one of your favorite projects you did throughout your whole lifetime as being an artist?
I don't know. I don't really think I have a favorite piece that I did, but like a favorite era of like work is probably like when I did your painting and did that for that whole summer. That's painting portraits. It was it was an achievement of mine because the year before that was COVID. That was like not the year before. Yeah, I'm gonna say the year before. Yeah. I'm gonna say the year before. The area when I promised myself that I knew during that summer when we was all shut down that I wanted to promise myself that I need to make more than 2 pieces of work a year. Because before that, I was only making one or 2 pieces because people did not know. Like, I can draw, I'm a real artist, or anything like that. People just knew me for band-related things. Like, anyone see me, they know I'm in the band. But then, that summer, when I came out, over 20, close to like 30, almost pieces of work, of portraits of different people in different moments of their life, or just a time. It actually brought me closer to like appreciating that my talent is not as simple as people take it. They be like, you know, there's some people would be like, oh yeah, I can paint, I can draw, I can do this, but they not me. That's how I keep it. You know what I'm saying? I had to keep on thinking that, like, what can I do? And I didn't have work to show for it previously before that. So when I actually put my time into it and actually show people, like, yeah.
The woman's body, man's body, like ass and titties and ding-dings, would you consider that as art?
Like, okay, are you talking about like sculptures or like...
I mean, just like the body in general.
I mean, in a way, yes, because like technically that's like part of, you want to do like a certain like realism, or you want to do anything like you want to do clear to people, yes, but body parts, it's not something I'm into. I'd say that. I'm not into that. Like, I wouldn't mind buying like a picture of like a pussy or something, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind doing that because, you know, that's like women, feminine, female type deal, but like I don't have no penis in my house. I'm sorry. That's too vulgar for me. But I just know certain things. But I consider art. It depends. Cause like a painting, I just don't see that as yes. That's probably the only thing I don't see as art. But anything else, I'm cool with.
Would you consider like, you know, sets and art?
Yeah. Cause that's another part of love. You know what I'm saying? It's their thing. Cause you know, some people, they actually like that. Like, they study that, you know?
Yeah.
But as an art, yeah, I say yeah. Probably so. Like, I don't...
Yeah, it's like a gray area there, you know, like, you know, when you, like, I guess when you're in a moment, you know, for example, like me and my baby girl, it's like, look at that art. Look at that masterpiece right here of a woman that God has placed in my life.
Right.
You know, I consider like the woman's body is like.
Yeah, I feel like women is deferred from men because.
Of course.
Because women's body is that's art, like you said. That's beautiful. Anybody's woman, like any size, any shape.
You know, stretch marks. You know, them tiger stripes right there. It's
It's what you like, what you want to see. And, you know, everyone like different things, but women, I feel like that's one thing everyone can appreciate and look at. Men, it's just different. Like, it's just certain things I know people won't be like, oh, I'm just going there and just look at that.
Yeah.
And then see art, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody
like,
want to see a dick.
I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? But, you know.
You know, they'd rather see a fat ass, but nobody want to just see a dick in public.
Nobody
you
want
know?
to see it. Like, I feel like males.
You know, some people a little funny. Y'all late great sweat season, yeah. So yeah,
sometimes I have to tell myself, remind myself most of the time about it. But yeah, I'm the type of person, like, if you don't like something about your body, whenever you feel like you're ready, fix it, change it, do something. You know what I'm saying? Don't just continue moping around, be like, oh, I want to be like you. Oh, I want to be. No. If you don't like something about your own body, you have plenty of time to just, you know, fix it. Like me, like, at one point I was like 220 pounds, right? Coming into college, and I always struggled with my weight at the end of like my senior year. And my mom would always constantly remind me, like, you getting big. Like, and I stepped on the scale and I'd be so upset. It'd tear me to pieces. Like, I remember crying sometimes. And then one day, like, it affected me so much. Like, my health was like getting like affected too, because my family got both like high blood pressure and diabetes. It's like I'm starting to hit it too at like 20. You know, I'm not even 21 yet. And I decided, get up, I'm gonna just change it. And so I thought it was just working out was gonna be the best thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna go work out, boom, I'll be down 20 pounds in no time. Nope. I had to change my whole lifestyle, basically, change what I eat and figure out how to drink water. You know what I'm saying? Like, create new habits so I can be healthier, so I can feel healthier. And it helped me a lot, like, doing that journey. And I was just like, now I'm just, I'm rocking under 200 pounds. I step on scales today too.
Most times, a lot of people, they be in denial of, like, I love myself, whether it's men or women. I love myself enough. I don't need to do this, but like you say, health. Health is very important, and I'm glad we touched on that, because a lot of times, we always, especially within the black community, we always shoot. Big Mama look like this, you know what I'm saying? She lived up to be 70 years old. She would look like this. Oh, it runs in the family. Oh, but that don't make it right. That
don't mean you have to accept that, because I'm breaking a generational curse. I told my mom that. I said, listen, like, I'm not trying to, be 40-something years old and I'm taking high blood pressure pills, high cholesterol pills. Like, I want to break that cycle. So I decided, like, when I started my journey, I went vegetarian. Like, I didn't eat no meat, nothing. Like, the only thing I probably eat meat-wise is, like, seafood. Yeah. But then, cut that short because I love chicken. That's my favorite food.
Yeah, everybody loves chicken.
So it's like, I gotta, how to figure out what's work best for me. And I'm like, what's something I can definitely keep away in, like, my diet, and I can live without it. And so for me, that was pork. Like, I stopped eating pork. I slowly, the only thing I realized, the only pork I ate was bacon. So it was like, I can let go. I can figure some other way out, or just learn how to like other things. Or I cut my beef limitation. I eat maybe beef stuff like once a week, or maybe once or twice a month. Like, I'll find other things to eat, because the other good food out here, it's not you don't have to eat the same thing,
Now I want to ask you, and I was actually talking to my girl about this yesterday. For you, being a dark-skinned woman, what was it like, throughout your whole childhood?
I say for me, it was a mixture between, like, it was rough, then it was confusing. I say that because, like, when I was, like, elementary, middle school, they'd, say things like, we can't see you, turn off the light,
Kids be cruel.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you black, because in the summertime, of course, your skin get darker. You be outside all the time. I was a kid who stayed outside. Been in summer camp, swimming, do whatever. And then when I got to high school, and I had started, talking to a guy. He, he's like, oh, you're beautiful, you're this and that. But one day he told me, like, hey, honestly, if you was light skinned, you'd be, like, way prettier than when you are now. You know what I'm saying? And, like, he said it.
That's like a backhand.
It's like, that's why I say it's confusing. It's like, okay, like, I'm pretty now, but if I was a light-skinned person, or if I was lighter, then I would be even prettier. That don't make no sense to me. But, like, now, it's like, they value dark skin. They love chocolate skin. They can't get enough of it. And I just be like, man, if y'all would have saw me back in the day, y'all would have just hated us. But now, we're like top tier.
Because most times, they don't know no better. As kids don't know no better. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, myself, and I say that I was talking to my girl yesterday about it. I try not to get caught up in the whole dark skin, light skin thing, because at the end of the day, we black. Mm-hmm. We're black. Yeah. So, I say I love black women. Right. I love black women, period. Whether you're dark skin, you're yellow bone, you're red bone. Right. I love, black women, period. However, dark skinned women, I feel like they don't get enough love in this world like they should most times. Because I be seeing little videos, little social experience of, like, I like her better because oh, dark skinned girls, they got attitudes, they make me, you know.
Yeah, but it's so like weird. It's based off of one encounter with one person who was dark skinned. Like, I tell people now, I'm like, most people, like, when you see me and you see my mom, you're not gonna think like, oh, like, we probably are like related. You know what I'm saying? Because of skin color. Because I look like, because when people see me and my dad are same skin color. You know? But me and my dad.
That shows you like how black rules all. You know what I mean?
Cause I'm saying, like, I might look like my mom, but I have the skin color of my dad. You know, every shade is different, you know? And I just feel like people don't know, like, some people who got, dark skin, they're cultured, you know what I'm saying? I'm Jamaican, so it's like, because I came from a background and that I see on my dad's side that it's beautiful dark skinned women. I never valued my skin color until I saw that side of the family, you know? And I was just like, wow. And then I see lighter complexions in that family, and I see how my family, who's more dark skinned or brown skinned people, they'll look at the light skinned people and affect them, talk about them. And I just be like, it's really like everyone, don't matter what shade, everyone's gonna go through some type of form of discrimination. So I just came, like, as an adult now, I'm just like, we all gonna go through it. I just hope dark skin. I just feel like we just need to let the next generation, the kids now, and whoever's gonna be future, after them, we need to start it head on. Like, no, like, you're black, you're beautiful. That's it. It's no light skin, no dark skin. We're people. You gonna see all shades of browns, blacks. You might even see albino. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever dated outside of your race?
It's just not my cup of tea. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I don't mind dating outside my race, but I just feel like if you have black in you, we can relate more. But if you're just white, or you're just Asian, or you're just this, I just won't find you attractive. Like, that's just me. But that's just me personally, because I just feel like it's just going to be a difficult conversation to have, like, with a kid. If we ever, if I ever see somebody that have kids or, build a family with, it's just like, that's going to be a conversation I don't want to have. That's just me personally. But I like black people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I like,
same.
That's just me. I have nothing against nobody.
No, same. Like, me neither. Like, and this gonna sound like a contradiction, but it's not. So look, listen. My stance is, I wanna marry a black woman. I wanna have kids by a black woman. I'm not saying like white women are bad, or like, I've seen some pretty some beautiful white women before, but like, that's just not what my heart wants. In order for me to really like consider being myself with somebody outside of my race, they just really have to be impressive. When I say impressive, like, they gotta be like a unicorn. Like, I wouldn't go out my way for like another woman that's outside of my race like I'll do for a black woman. I would go out my way, like, even if I would jump through a goddamn pool of sharks just to get a hug from a black woman before I do that for a white woman. And that's just how I feel.
Right.
That's who I was put on this earth for first. Them.
I'm about to say, like I said, it's something we can relate upon.
And it's
you got some type of black in you.
Yeah.
You can be men. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you'll have an understanding if stuff hit the fan.
Yes, and that's another thing. Like, one thing I would want to do is, like, okay, say I had kids, had kids by a white woman, right? Now I gotta tell my kids, about certain things and educate them, and then like that woman ain't gonna understand, they're still black at the end of the day, regardless of anything. So that's a great area right there too. So
I'm about to say, even then, you still gotta educate your partner, because it's like, alright, because now if I ain't there, then somebody comes to you and they disrespecting the kids, it's like, It's like, what you're gonna do? Like, you're not gonna escalate, are you? Because you have to understand, like, even drop a black in you, you're black.
And I will say this, you know, God bless those who have adopted black kids, you know, who was in bad situations and then came into their life and changed the situation and they adopted them. You know, God bless those people. I never say nothing bad about them before. It's like procreating. I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that at all.
I just say, like, when situations are like you said, there's no problem with that. But I just know those who do get adopted, they're black and they get adopted by white people.
Yeah.
It's a culture difference.
Yeah, it's just a culture difference.
It's a cultural difference, and it's not like nobody is to blame for it. You're just gonna be grown. You're gonna grow up different, and if you get encountered with people or you get encountered with situations that you're not prepared for, it's something you just have to figure out on your own, and that's unfortunate because some people do have to do that.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be any case. It don't even have to be just like on like going to police or just. It's just you're gonna get people, just different people aspects just gonna come to you, and you just gotta know how to react for it. You can understand it as best as you can, but you do not live the life we do. That's just simple. That's a fact because we don't live the life that y'all do.
When you think of success, like what would you consider your what point in your life would you believe you'll reach success? Like what's one of your ultimate end goals?
I guess to be financially stable. That's probably like a goal. That's how I know I'll be really successful. But honestly, it's just a not feel like I got peace in my life. You know. Like, I can just wake up, and be another day, and I'll be happy. Because some days I wake up, I be stressed. I have anxiety out the roof, and I gotta calm myself down, then go about my day. I have to plan my day out. Like, the moment I can stop planning my day, what I gotta do, and stuff like that, I feel like I did everything I needed to do in life. Like, I look at my grandma, literally, sister just go home, sit down, watch TV, make phone calls, and live her day. You know what I'm saying? That's an ultimate goal. If I can make it to old age, happy, successful, retired, good.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel.
That's how you know I made it successful. Seeing, like, you know, not offsprings or anybody, you know, the next few generations just doing better than me. That's the ultimate goal for real. Cause like I can say now that I'm older that I have surpassed my mom. Cause she all my life she put on about grades being top this and that, and I always was never a top student. Never in a top a good person at that. Like I was bad as a little kid, but I got out of that phase and learned, and then like moments where I was being like ace and everything and all this stuff, but then I was feeling like I was about to fail. I told my mom, like, Mom, honestly, I'm at the end of the road. School not for me. Like, this is not for me. I'm about to just quit, drop out, do whatever. Then the moment my mom sent me her college transcript and showed that she was like, you know, sorry, Mom, if you watch this, but it's like 2.3, 2.9, 2 point this. I'm like, Mom, I swear all my life you made it seem like you was a straight A, B student, you know? But seeing that just made me prove, like, she wanted the best for me, and she knew the reason why she pushed me so hard is because she wanted me to succeed way past where she was. And so I just wanted that for the same. So that's be success.
Word. Now, how are you going to use your craft, your art, to get you to that point?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question because I ask myself that every day. Like, what am I going to do next? That's always a question about when it comes to my art because I always be in everything. Like, I can make clothes, I can paint, I can take pictures, I can do this, I can do that. But honestly, I just want to focus on one thing and try to master it for real. Like, for right now, for me to try to master is probably like trying to figure out my business. Like, trying to basically figure out how can I combine painting, how can I combine this with, like, how can I combine my art with clothes? You know what I'm saying? How can I get my art out on clothing for people to wear outside? Like, that's all I be thinking about. But it's like I have to take steps to get there. So I'm in the phase where it's like, what is the steps you need to take to get there? Okay, I paint. All right, that's a good step. Get my name out there. Then the next step, okay, let me show people I can make clothes too. I can make customs. Okay, get that out there. Now, what's next? What's the overall product? What are you trying to get at to combine these two? That's basically where I'm at. As far as like my process right now, I'm just trying to figure out how to combine all these elements that I have of myself and put it on one big thing. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, it sounds like you got a great plan. And like I say, I'm going to support you for life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this painting, my girlfriend, 2 paintings. I got another one that I'm going to hit you up for too. I'm going to show you that after we get off.
Say, hit me after I graduate.
Oh, you ain't painting no time soon?
No.
What?
Cause listen, my schedule, like listen, painting to me though, is like, it became a job to me at one point, which I hated. It like all the love for it took all out of me for it. But it's not because like people like you're genuine. You're cool, you understand, process takes a minute, While other people, they like, what's the ETA? What's this? I need this, but don't realize what they had ordered was really out the box of my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? And because I had to deal with some people like that, it kind of like took me out, like, I need to take a break. A clean break where I can just like, I can come back and now I have an idea. Now I have an idea how this runs. Like, this is like me just starting as an artist, branching out, trying to, sell my work. I had to learn from being exposed to experiences like that I gotta organize myself a little bit better. So for me to be organized, I need to have a clean schedule, a time that I can set away for that, and then for my own personal self-care to make sure I don't overload myself and passing out, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I can work myself to death doing battling like as an artist, part-time worker, school, and this and that. I can work myself crazy, but I choose not to. So I'm just gonna make it one day. Y'all gonna know my name. I tell people this all the time. I'm one of those people who are too talented for their own good. Because I know how to do everything, or I can figure out how to do anything, I'm going to master it, whatever I'm going to be doing, And I thank for people who push me all the time, encourage me. Even you hit me up about painting I did a year ago, y'all. I ain't seen this painting in so long, a post. It just crazy to me how people still appreciate my work to this day, and I haven't paid a thing since last summer. You know what I'm saying? So I really do appreciate y'all, and yeah.
One thing about art is like, and you should know this too, is like, it's something that as it ages, the value increases, and I feel like your art is something, even like this picture right here, it's something that's gonna, like, if I...
what's crazy?
Yeah.
This picture is one of like my earlier works, and after yours, I got so good at it that it was like, I got so wicked detailed. Like, I feel like if the original, what you wanted was just the full body and that little piece, I could have did it. That's why I appreciate seeing stuff like this, because it's like, I know that if I just would have tried, because I was afraid back then, because I just started painting portraits. I'm like, I'm just, stick, kind of get, basic with it. But then I just started branching out and just tried. And I just feel like if people just try and just don't let it defeat you, then you gonna really succeed. And you'll see you create the most craziest thing.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And you should be proud of yourself too. But there we have it. This is another beautiful segment of Local Legends, and we out.